time no see.
Excuse me a second.
Jimmy, what were you doing before you reported here for the off-season program?
I was just in LA, training out there. I initially went to Chicago for a little while, saw the family and everything, and then got out to LA and right back to it.
Did you set up shop here? Are you now a Northern California resident?
Of course, yeah. I don't think I'm technically a resident yet. I think there's some
Paperwork.
stuff, yeah, that goes into it. But yeah, currently looking for a place and everything. I'm starting to experience a little more of it. Went to my first Warriors game the other night to beat the Spurs, so slowly but surely we're getting there.
I mean, obviously you've got a lot of playbook stuff to do and learn the offense, all that stuff. But is learning about the region important to you? I mean, the status you have now as the franchise quarterback for the 49ers?
Yeah, and I kind of enjoy that. Just everything's new to me up here. I've been in Southern California a couple times in the off season, but everything up here is pretty new. So getting up to the city, experiencing that. Love to get to a Sharks game soon. So there's a bunch of stuff going on, but yeah, I mean priority is football right now. But there's a little downtime this time of year.
Jimmy, is your off-season work different as you go into a season as the incumbent starter than it?
Not so much. I'd say the biggest difference is the new playbook. Is still picking stuff up and critiquing the little things. But having the film from last year and going off that has really helped a ton. But as far as the physical work, different strength coach and stuff like that, but basically the same.
We all know how you were kind of force-fed the playbook. This is a little more natural evolution where in the off-season you actually get to study it.
Yeah.
So how different is that now that you really get to get into it deeply?
Well, it's weird because certain things that I thought during the season are a little different, or there's more to it than they were telling me at the time, just because we didn't have enough time. Yeah, so you find out the little finer details to each route, concept, things like that, and it's been good though. A lot slower than during the season. That was a bit of a whirlwind.
The team continue to build around you. Have you had a chance to talk to Jared for Weston and Wilson?
Oh yeah. We got little throwing sessions during the week. We've hit him up on the weekends a couple times. Those are good guys. They fit what we're trying to do here, and they work hard. So I mean, you bring that to the table. It's always good.
When you think about guys saying like, Jimmy was a reason why I decided to come here, like Richard even saying that. I mean, what does that do for you as far as people recognizing what's happening here?
I think it's a team thing, really. It's always nice to hear that, but the way we turned it around at the end of the year and got a little bit of momentum going into the off season, it was recognized, throughout the league. But now we're back to square one. I mean, this is a whole different team than last year. New guys, we lost some guys, so it's just that's the evolution of the NFL season to season. You got new guys, everyone's learning new stuff, and we got to rebuild from the ground up now.
What are your expectations for the team this season? I mean, you haven't lost as a starter. Did you try to temper expectations or run with it?
To be honest, I mean, we have so long to go still. We haven't even gotten into OTAs. We're still in phase 1, so it's a long road ahead of us for sure. But that's what makes the final product so good, is the grind that you go through as a team. You experience it as brothers, and it brings you closer together.
I've only seen a few pictures, but it seems that you guys are having a lot of fun in this workout program. There seems to be a lot of team building kind of things, and guys are going pretty nuts. I was wondering if you could kind of give us a glimpse into what's going on.
Yeah, the conditioning's never fun, I'll say that. But no, Ray and his staff, they've done a great job with us. Mixing and matching different workouts, different types of workouts, and they always end it with a competition. So it's offense versus defense versus special teams, and I love that stuff. I mean, that's you see the competitor come out in guys, or it doesn't. And you kind of see who you want in your foxhole with you.
Jimmy, is the beard a new thing? Is it something you do every offseason, or playoff hockey beard?
I don't know. It's just it's kind of happening. Everyone keeps telling me I gotta get this beard oil, so I gotta get on that.
When the schedule came out, you guys obviously had a bunch of primetime games, which is pretty stark contrast compared to the last few years. A lot of that is because of you. And the eyeballs on you. I mean, what were your thoughts when you saw the schedule, and now knowing that this team is going to be under a big spotlight next season?
I don't think the spotlight really changes anything. I think, it's the pressure that you put on yourself is always going to be greater than any outside person or whatever it may be could put on you. So, I think we're looking up to the challenge. It's going to be exciting, but like I said earlier, we got a long road ahead of us, a lot of work to put in. Practice hasn't even started yet, so one step at a time. But I like the direction we're going.
Let's go into these
throwing sessions you guys got going on the weekends, and so who's showing up? Who set that up? You know, what's the goal of those, and how do you guys enjoy them?
Yeah, we got our first one this weekend, so you know it's just something that I like to do. It kind of gets us away from the coaches and everything, and allows me to talk to the receivers about specific things, or the tight ends or running backs, and we try to get everyone out there we can. I understand people have things that they have to get to, but we had a great showing this Saturday. It was good. I mean, just to be on the same page with those guys, talking through routes, concepts, and how they see it versus how I see it, it just gets us on the same page.
How do you structure it? Doing a kind of walk through, getting into the minutia of it, and then also going full speed and letting it rip a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to take care of their legs. The guys working pretty hard during the week, so you got to be careful with that. But those guys, I mean, our receivers, tight ends, running backs, they came back in great shape. So the conditioning part of it, it always makes my job easier when I could throw forever because these guys are willing to run, and it's nice to have that luxury.
The video out there of you using a lot of the same phrases as Tom Brady and going back and forth with that. Have you seen that video?
I did see that.
What did you think about it? And conscious, subconscious, or freaked you out when you saw it? Or?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. We were always kind of similar. Obviously, I picked up some stuff from him, but I don't know. I saw it and I was like, it's a little weird.
Where do you guys meet for the throwing sessions, and how many more do you plan to have?
Well, we can't go here. NFL's got some strict rules, so we find a field that allows us to throw, and we just try to do it whenever. I mean, you gotta be careful with it because we're conditioning 4 days a week, and so you don't want to overdo those guys' legs. But we'll find a happy medium in there.
Is that a Tom Brady idea? Did you take that from Tom?
No, I've done that since high school. I don't know. It's one of those things when the coaches aren't there, you kind of see a different side of guys, and they open up a little bit or tell you how they see a concept compared to how it's written in the book. So just a little bit of time for us to talk through things, I guess.
Was Pierre part of that this past weekend?
Yep.
So that's the first time that you've thrown a pass to Pierre?
We did, no, throughout the whole week we throw, so
okay.
That was probably Monday or last Monday.
Do you expect to do one after the draft and bring in a rookie if you draft a skill position rookie?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I'm not sure exactly when they get here, if it's over the weekend or what, but yeah, I mean, we want to get those guys going as quickly as possible. I remember how it was as a rookie. You kind of just get tossed into the fire, and you're expected to catch up as quickly as possible, so whatever we could do to help them.
You built a good relationship with Daniel Kilgore very quickly last year. Can you talk about how you're going to build one with Weston?
Yeah, it's a special relationship. I've said this before, between the center and quarterback. Just being on the same page, you spend so much time together talking through protections, run game, whatever it may be, that it just takes a little bit of time. So we've started that a little bit, and we'll keep working into OTAs. But I'm excited to work with them.
How do you watch draft day? How do you kind of monitor what's going on? What's your flow like on that day?
I don't even have one, to be honest. Whatever's on the schedule type of thing. I don't have anything specific really.
What do you remember about that game?
Oh, when it was my draft, I was in New York, so it was pretty exciting. My first time there with my family and everything. It was one of those life-changing days. So it's a special day for those young guys.
What field do you guys practice at?
I can't tell you guys that, man. What, are you guys gonna be out there spying on us?
We'll figure it out. There was I forget what it was, but a television crew went to your home a few years ago, and it was all decked out in Patriots gear. Is the Chicago house now shifted to
big transition? Big transition. We had a lot of stuff to give away to Goodwill and all that. So yeah, my mom's a big decorator, so it took her a little while to get all that, but it's a lot of red and gold throughout the house now, and that's how it should be. All good?
That's good. All right.
Thanks, guys.
I think Shanahan